Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am back today with a video of my current favorites, and I'm really excited to share some of these things with you. I hesitate to call them like a January favorites because just knowing me, like I'm gonna be one of those people that like if I started a January favorites, I'd want one for every month because it would just like look cleaner. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm super excited to share with you all some of my current favorites. I have some beauty things, health, tech, podcasts, and just some other random things, you know, even some like food stuff. So I hope that you all enjoy this video. And before we even get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know, your girl has this goal of getting to 10,000 subscribers this year. So you gonna be one of them, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start off with some of my current beauty favorites, and I obviously bought a lot of makeup. I think if you all have seen my haul from Black Friday and from November, then you know that I bought hella stuff. And even after that, like y'all, I bought way too much makeup. It was wild. So it's definitely new for me to have current beauty favorites because I don't usually switch things up that much. I pretty much just use the same stuff all the time, but I did find myself wanting a new translucent powder. So I tried the Coty Airspun, which everyone talks about, and like you can find it at Walmart. It's really affordable. I had tried the e.l.f. HD loose powder and I really liked that one, but the flashback was terrible. So this one is great because there isn't a flashback, and I mean, it smells like an old lady, but you know, it goes away. Okay, the next beauty product that I want to talk about is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Dream Street palette. And I already talked about this before, but like I have been using this, I kid you not, every single day since I got it. I can use so many of these colors to create so many different looks, and I just have been really enjoying it. I am wearing it on my eyes today for this like rose gold look. I have two more ColourPop products that I'm actually going to be talking about, and this one is the Over the Moon Super Shock Cheek highlighter. It has like this purpley sheen to it. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, so like it's super pretty. I've been using it so much in so many different looks, and at first I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna use this, but I have found ways. I have another ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighter that I want to talk about, and this one is in Spoon, and this is also super beautiful. I am wearing it on my cheeks as highlighter and also on my nosy and on the inner corner or the tear duct area. And it's just a beautiful like silvery champagne pinky color. I don't know how to describe colors. Just I'm gonna link it down below and y'all can see the description that ColourPop has on their website. So the next product that I want to talk about is this little tiny baby blush, and it is by Becca, and it is a mineral blush, and the color is in Songbird. I am wearing it on my cheeks. I think it matches my my little cardigan thing. I actually got this for Christmas in a set with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I love especially this blush. Like it is such a nice, beautiful blush on the cheeks, and it just, yeah, like I love these kinds of tones on me. So I really like that. Thank you to my friend who gifted it to me for Christmas. Next, I have the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in Slow Ride. I mean, I have worn this in my last few videos. It's just such a good color. It's so comfortable on the lips too. Like, it's a liquid lipstick, but it's not super drying. Like, it actually still kind of transfers. Like, you can see, yeah, it still transfers a little bit. So it's super comfortable, and it doesn't move. So like even though it transfers on my hand, like it doesn't move if I'm eating anything oily. So this is a great formula, and I'm really excited because I want to buy more. If y'all know me, y'all know that I like to do my own nails every week. It's not anything intensive. Like I don't like buff my own cuticles out or do cuticle oil or, you know, none of that stuff. I just like to do my nails and have my nails looking nice. And so a few weeks ago, I discovered that Sally Hansen's Insta Dry formula like kind of rebranded itself, and I am a fan. Like I'm a fan of the new look that they have. So I got this this nail polish in neutral, and it's like a super pretty nude color. So this is what I'm wearing on my nails right meow, and it is super pretty. I love this nude color. I've been trying to find more nude shades to add to my nail polish collection. Okay, so it is freaking cold here in Northern California. Like I am dying with how cold it is, and it's so cold in the mornings. It's so cold when I leave work. It's hella cold. And so my hands have been like hella crusty, hella dry, especially like, like right here on the edge of your nails. Like I've been just seeing so much dryness and like so much, ugh, it's just gross. So I have been really using the Soap and Glory hand cream, and it has done so much for me. I feel like my hands are so much softer now. It definitely takes away from like that super crusty, dry, like about to cut you kind of feeling that sometimes I get. I mean, it is a very strong scent, so if you don't like scented products, Soap and Glory is not for you. But yeah, I've never been a hand cream person. I didn't realize how much I needed it until I found it. I have a few other random like health-ish products to share with you all. And the first is my Waterpik Ultra Water Flosser. And this is just like I found something that makes me want to floss. So quick story time. I mean, at the end of December, I got my wisdom teeth pulled, all 4 of them. And at some point, I just remember wondering like, why didn't they give me a syringe? Because I could feel hella stuff getting stuck in the holes, especially down here, and I couldn't get it out, and then you're not supposed to like rinse your mouth out hella hard. And so I felt like so much food was stuck in there and I could not figure out how I could get it out. And then one night actually Christmas Eve, I was at my parents' house and I was like, you know what? We're gonna go to Target right now and I'm gonna get a water flosser. And so I did. So it comes with 2 classic jet tips, 1 orthodontic tip, 1 plaque seeker tip, 1 pickpocket tip, and 1 water flosser toothbrush tip. It has really changed my life. I kid you all not, like for this water flosser, I would never floss my teeth because I just didn't have time. I didn't want to make time. I didn't care. I didn't care that much. But then I got my wisdom teeth taken out and I was like, what the hell is all this stuff? How can I get it out? And it works amazing. Like my teeth and my mouth feel so much cleaner. I'm so excited to go back to my dentist in a few weeks and just be like, look here, I floss now. And I just want someone else to be really proud of me. This is the Bumble and Bumble Quenching Mask, and this is so good for my hair. I mean, I have bleached hair and it has been bleached, I think, pretty consistently over the last 3 years. Like I don't think that I've had like my natural hair be this long for a while. But when I went and found like my favorite hairstylist ever, I will link her Instagram down below. She's in the Southern California area if you all are interested. When I found her, she was, like working through my hair and everything, and she was like, so I do notice that you have a lot of damage, and it's actually not from your bleach, it's from just heat damage. So this BB Quenching Mask is a mask hydrant for the terribly thirsty. It's a super saturated formula, quenches heat-weary, roughly handled, or chronically dry hair for strength, shine, and protection. And so what I do is I'll just, when I'm in the shower and I'm washing my hair, I'll do my shampoo as usual, and then after I shampoo, I'll take a quarter size amount of this and I will use that on my hair as well. Then I'll leave it in for like 5 minutes and then I'll wash it out, and then I'll use conditioner. And I have found that this has helped my hair be a lot more soft, and I also notice a lot less split ends. Even though it's still super bleached, it feels really good. So this is definitely a win for me. Moving on to food products really quickly, and I don't have that many. One thing that I do want to talk about is this coffee from the brand Oakland Fourth Wave, and this is an organic coffee, and they're also made out of compostable materials. I love my Keurig, and I don't mind using like the reusable Keurig pods that you just fill yourself with coffee. However, some mornings I'm just like in a rush and I just can't be bothered to, scoop the coffee into my pod, make sure that it's clean and all of those things. So I really like this compostable pod for those mornings when I'm just in a rush. The coffee is also really good, and with it I've actually been drinking oat milk. I have heard from so many folks that oat milk is a much better non-dairy alternative, mostly because it offers like a creamier texture that's similar to half and half. So I saw this at the grocery store one day and I was like, you know what, let's try it. Let's see how I like it. And I really like it with my coffee specifically. I have not tried it like with cereal or anything. I do like almond milk for my cereal. But yeah, this is definitely creamy. It's also an excellent source of calcium and vitamin D and something else that I can't pronounce. And it is really good in that Oakland coffee. Another random item that I have to share with you all is this candle, which I got from Marshall's. And this is the Falling Leaves Sensational Candle. I love Bath & Body Works candles, but they are hella expensive. And so I was at Marshall's and I was like, oh shit, these candles are only like $7, and it's like a really good size, you know? It's like the size of like the Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles. And it just smells like cinnamon, like fall, like kind of, I don't know. It just smells good. I really, yeah, and this is just like really comforting. I actually just burned it this morning. So yeah, I got this like I think in the beginning, no, I got this at the end of November, and I've been burning it like every day since then, and I've only used this much. So it lasts a good amount of time. Next, I have some tech things to share with you, and the first one is this iPad tablet stand. Seriously, like there are so many things I think that I discovered over the last few months that have just made my life so much easier and just, yeah, just so much better. You know what I mean? Like my quality of life right now is like super high. I am just, so anyway, this iPad tablet stand is really cool because it is adjustable. So you just use this to adjust where you need it, and you can actually move this up, you know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You can actually move it so that it can adjust more, like if the surface that you're trying to put this on is higher. And then you can also like move these around, you know, like, so this moves around. It's very flexible. I mean, you got to have some kind of a little bit of strength. Like I'm not strong, and I can, you know, adjust it. Like I have an iPad mini, and this fits nicely in this. And then this also can help you pivot your iPad. So you can make it vertical, you can tilt it different ways and all of that. And it's just a joy to have when I'm in bed. Because back, like before I discovered this, I would just be holding my iPad up, you know, like watching it in bed. And it was just like the worst thing in the world. And I was like, there has to be something that can hold my iPad up for me so that I can just be laying in bed, cuddled up in my blanket, and just watching my iPad. And this does that for me. It's just the best thing ever. An app I have been loving lately is the Sims Free Play for iPhone. I mean, I love The Sims already, and I love playing it on my computer, but sometimes it just gets boring because The Sims on your computer, you create the story, right? So like you're in charge of creating the story, and I feel like sometimes I would just get caught in this cycle of like doing the same thing over and over with my Sims, and there wasn't like a motivation to like do something different or keep going with it. But with the Sims Free Play, there's actually like a bunch of tasks and quests that you can complete, so it keeps me engaged. So for example, right now I have like 4 active quests going on, and then I have 10 quests in the queue. And yeah, like I'm just like super motivated to keep playing my game and keep playing with the characters because you get rewards for completing quests. I just have been really enjoying this app. Lastly, I want to share with you all some podcasts that I've been listening to ever since I think last year. People have been in my ear about like, oh, I listened to this podcast, I love this podcast, you should really start listening to podcasts. And so I finally was like, you know what, I need to start listening to podcasts. I definitely like bookmarked some of the ones that people had told me about, and then I started listening and searching for a few of my own that I would be super interested in. So I thought I would share those with you today as part of my favorites. I think if I can find the links down below, either via iTunes or Spotify or even just their websites, they will be in the description box. So definitely give all of these podcasts a listen. The first one that I want to talk to you all about is Harry Potter and the Sacred Text. They read each chapter of the Harry Potter book, and then they engage in some kind of spiritual practice. So it's really cool because I love Harry Potter, and even though it's been so many years now since the last movie and the last books, I just can't get over the magic of Harry Potter. Like I love Harry Potter. And so anything that can keep me engaged in the magic of Harry Potter is a plus for me. And so I started listening to Harry Potter and the Sacred Text upon recommendation from one of my colleagues. It's just been really cool to engage in that spiritually and to learn different spiritual practices. So they'll read a chapter of the Harry Potter books through a certain theme. So for example, this past week they read chapter 14 of Goblet of Fire through the theme of transformation, and then they will tell a story about transformation, and then they will read through the text and talk about the areas that they saw the theme of transformation, and then they will engage in like a spiritual practice, and then they will also do a blessing for one of the characters in that chapter. I find that this helps me re-engage in my spirituality in a completely different way. Another podcast that I've been listening to, and you all know that I've been learning and diving more deeply into law of attraction and manifestation and what that all means for my life and my spirituality. So one night I think I couldn't sleep until like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I was on my phone, which I know like you're not supposed to do if you can't sleep, but I was on my phone, okay? I was like feeling really inspired and really called to just look for things that told me about law of attraction. And so I think I started just looking on Instagram like law of attraction or like hashtag law of attraction, whatever. And I found this account, Manifestation Babe, and I saw that she has a podcast. So I looked up her podcast on iTunes, and she was doing this like 21-day Money Babe challenge on her podcast. I've just felt really inspired by a lot of her words, and I felt really motivated, and I find that she gives me a lot of really great practices to incorporate into my daily life that help me be a more positive person, a more uplifting person, and that help me attract like the really good things that I want in my life. The other podcast that I've been listening to every day is Optimal Living Daily, which Jen M talked about here on YouTube. She's mentioned it several times in her favorites, and so has Amy from Vagabond Youth. So the podcaster Justin basically just narrates different blog posts about personal development. And so if you're looking for a podcast that will help you find people who are talking about like how can you live your life at its best every day, then this is the podcast for you, because then you don't have to go searching for these blogs. He just reads it to you. So it's really great for my morning commute. So those are all of my current favorites. As I said, I will link as much as I can in the description box, so make sure to check out all of those links. And if you have any current favorites that you want to share with me, I'd love to hear it. Or if you have anything that is related to what I've shared with you all, and you all have any suggestions for like, oh my God, this is so much better, or whatever, or if you have podcast recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments, or hit me up on any of my social media, or just my Instagram, because I think that's the only thing that's public. And other than that, I will see you all again next time. Bye! Maple, do you want to say hi to everyone? I know I woke you up from your nap, but can we say hi? Yeah. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, look at the camera. Why won't you look at the camera? Look. Oh, okay. Look at the camera. What are you doing? Why are you so stiff? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.